Hey Pineys, this is Tony D and Little Joan with your Piney podcast. Right up front, so I don't forget the name, the Woodford Cedar Run Wildlife Refuge, and that's located in Medford, the Medford area, is in trouble. For those of you who don't know what that is, what they do is they help injured animals and set them back to the wild. So, if some possum breaks his leg in your backyard, he eventually can get there where they'll nurse him back to health and set him free to eat garbage again. So, if you are looking for some place to donate or help out, check them out online. They still have enough money to function for the next 3 months or so, but apparently they depend on a lot of their visitors for income. And of course, with the beer virus, that's not happening. By the way, you may notice that I'm very disheveled. That's because this little animal woke me up in the middle of the night and ruined a perfectly good sleep. Right? Right, little nut? Right, little nut? Yeah. She said she had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But instead, she just wanted to go outside and say hello to all the wild animals and then come back to bed. Anyhow, continuing with the beer virus news, again, nothing much to report. Yesterday, looks like there was a bit of a spike. But again, with the increased testing and the inconsistent way the numbers are now being reported, I'm getting the numbers, but then the numbers change, or the two different sites have two different numbers, so it's hard to know. Like today, for the first time, the Johns Hopkins University map had a higher number in New Jersey than the New Jersey government's map. Normally, the New Jersey government is ahead of the Johns Hopkins map. I don't know how that happened. And Murphy has been pushing for increased testing, and everybody has, because suddenly that's an issue. Increased testing, I mean, I guess. I don't know what the point is to drag people out to get tested if you want them to stay home and they don't have any symptoms. I also don't understand the point of testing people who, when we don't have the tests that will determine whether or not you have the antibodies. So, but I mean, the positive news on that is that even though we have over 100,000 cases in New Jersey just tested positive, we also have at least that many that tested negative. So, and again, most of the tests are just people who tested positive. They went home and they had to deal with the virus and eventually got better on their own, or doing sort of the basic flu things. Around 10 to 20% went into the hospital, and a small percentage of them are in very serious condition or died. So, and when you look at the numbers, again, it's all old people and people with medical conditions. So nothing much has changed. People are starting to get antsy and go out, which I don't blame you. I'm antsy, but I think if you just continue to social distance and put on your mask, you should be okay. But they are saying that the cases are moving south. They also are testing more in the South. So I don't know if that's a good assessment. I question that because, I said a few days ago, Barrington was testing and they hadn't been testing. And now suddenly it's like, oh, well, it's moving south. Well, if you're just testing and you're getting numbers from where, man, my hair's all messed up. If you're just getting new numbers from the testing areas, that doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that you know about them. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but it just seems weird that that suddenly it's really hard to find the charts with the cases every day. And I kept finding this chart at NewJersey.com, and it was very simple. It showed you a line, the increase in cases as it was ticking up. Now that the cases are kind of ticking down, or at least plateauing, I can't find that. Also, too, it's totally inaccurate. Probably, I'm guessing, because today, if the John Hopkins map is accurate for today, then the increase today is really low, and that can't be right. It can't have been 4,000 yesterday and like 100 today. That's got to be wrong. So something was a little squirrely with the numbers. So take the numbers with a grain of salt. I think, judging by the past, we were at about 3,300, 3,500 new cases a day testing positive. So, for the rest of the state, I would imagine we're still around that area, but because now testing is subtly increasing, who knows? Who knows at this point? But, it doesn't change the fact that you just want to, keep taking precautions. So, do something for the Wildlife Refuge if you can. It's the Woodford Cedar Run Wildlife Refuge. They're out of Medford. The Philadelphia Inquirer is reporting about it today. And if you can't, hopefully they will survive this outbreak. That's it for the Piney Podcast. Let's keep it short today. We'll see you next time.